Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. To work on your behalf, sir, because unlike the honourable member who spoke, and I sat here very patiently, sir, listening very carefully to the honourable member meander through what was 5 hours, just short of, sir. And at no point, sir, did I get any impression, sir, that he connected in any way with his constituents, because if he did, sir, he would not have misled this parliament on 3 occasions, because he would know, sir, if he had spoken to those workers that he so eloquently pleaded for in here this evening, sir, if he had spoken to like all of us in here that we did with our workers, sir, we took the decision. But we paid national insurance for all of them, sir. For all. And when we determined, sir, and it was a costly undertaking, sir, it cost us about $42 million a year. We did it for 2 years, sir. $84 million to pay these workers. It was not inexpensive, sir. But each and every one of them, sir, they had 6 months of unemployment benefits, sir, because this government paid the NAS contribution, sir. So when he got up in here and said that, oh, the people, that this government did not pay unemployment contributions, it was distasteful, sir. But you know what? He didn't know that, sir, because he ain't even talked to the very people, sir, that he put on the program to clean up Christchurch South. And he's coming in here to give the public the impression, sir, that this is a wicked government. But along with that, sir, along with that, the construction gateway program, sir, that we put in place, the online training programs that all of us try to get our people and encourage our people, sir, to go and get different jobs, sir. He ain't know that. You know why he ain't know that, sir? Because he ain't talked to none of the people, sir, from Christchurch South. Not one. Not one, sir. So don't come in here speaking mistruth, sir, because this is a very serious time in our country, sir, very serious. And the Prime Minister, God bless you, she is a hard taskmaster, I know it, sir, I know it. And the reason the Prime Minister has to be a hard taskmaster in this country, because every single time we get up and we feel that we turn the corner about something, sir, something new turns up. And the honourable member made a point of it about the debt, sir. And he was quite fascinated with the numbers. Now, sir, I can give you, from my perspective, and this is nothing about numbers now, this is experience. You know, he spoke about experience, sir, very early on in his speech. When we first won the government, sir, May of 2018, I could not get out my office without 20, 25, 30 people every day calling to find out, sir, when they're going to get paid. Small people, big people, in between people, sir, got my office, my secretary busy. And I had to tell everybody, settle down. We are going to keep current once we were on the backlog. And by keeping current means that whatever goods and services you supply to government, sir, we can pay you once we work a proper way to pay back the $1.9 billion, sir, in arrears owed to every single business in this country. And let me give you some details, sir. Between oh boy. The people that supply government with gasoline and diesel, sir, for police cars, fare trucks, the buses, the few garbage trucks that they had running at the time, sir, the ambulances, sir, the Democratic Party owed the two distributors, sir, close to $100 million. Close to $100 million, sir. One of the heads of those organizations, sir, every week called me, pressure, When the government can pay? When the government can pay, sir? Small business people, people that supply the hospital, people that supplying goods and services all across this country, the prison, all along, sir. People calling the Ministry of Finance to want to know when they can get the money. That was my experience, sir. Very early on in office. And I had to tell everybody, settle down. We can sort it out. And you know what happened, sir? We sorted it out. And the reason we sorted it out is because we restructured the debt. Now, the honourable member made a point in here this evening about people not being paid. No, sir, I have not received any calls to my office since October of 2018, sir, when we restructured the debt and we said to everybody, whatever money we owe you, sir, we can pay you back in 42 months. The Series F bonds, sir. Nobody since then has called my office. You can ask my secretary, sir, not a boy. Because anybody that the government owes any money, they know how to find me. They know that. So the honourable member, in his sudden come to Jesus moment, sir. I know it's not quite the phrase it's an epiphany, yes. Suddenly, sir, he's consumed with wanting to be righteous. To be righteous, sir. Presenting a case as if all that we have gone through, sir, in this country in the last 5 years and 10 months. I get up every day with all of us on this side, sir, to make sure that we do right by the people of this country. And when the honourable member comes in here to make the people believe that money, and just for the record, sir, this book here, sir, it's available online, BarbadosParliament.com, sir. BarbadosParliament.com. Any Bajan, sir, go and download it. Look to any page, sir, in here, and see what the government is spending the money on. And if the honourable member had just taken a little time, sir, just a little time, because he spoke about the appropriation for the Prime Minister's officer. So remember I told you, sir, I didn't mention this before, but the honourable member said he wanted to know what the money is spent on. Now, I told you about the gas. Under the Prime Minister's office, sir, there's something called the Barbados Defence Force. I don't know if he knows that, if he heard of it, but there's something called the Barbados Defence Force, sir. I don't know if it's new to he, but as far as I know, sir, every Bajan knows about the Barbados Defence Force. So when he want to know, every Bajan knows about the Barbados Defence Force, sir. If you so anybody listen to me, just go online, download it, do a search for Prime Minister's office, and if you just turn the page past the first page, you will see all the departments listed here, sir, under the Prime Minister's office. So when he want to know, sir, hold on. When he wants to know what the government spending money on, I can come to the list here very quickly, sir, with your indulgence, because it's already a document in the House. Future Barbados, sir. Commitment for results. Prime Minister official residence. Planning and Development Department. General Management and Coordination Services, sir. That's under direction and policy. Under national... town planning, sir. Under National Defense and Security. General Security, sir. Them is the security guards that when you go to a government office, sir, you see in the gray and the black pants, sir. That we want to cut in half, sir. Barbados Defence Force, sir, he want us to cut them in half, too. Barbados Cadet Corps, so the young people, I was a cadet, sir. He want me to cut them in half, too, sir. Assistants, sir, to the Legionnaires, sir. You know the Legionnaires, sir? You know the Legionnaires? They're old, not old people, I don't want to say old people, sir. The seniors who are Independence Day and Remembrance Parade, sir. He wants us to cut the support for them in half, sir. The integrated coastal surveillance system, sir, and the anti-corruption unit, he wants us to cut the anti-corruption unit, sir, in half, sir. Office of Reform and this is National Transformation, Rural Development Commission, sir, and then under culture, sir, the Barbados National Art Gallery, Creative Economy Initiative, Film Censorship Board, Special Projects, NCF, Archive, sir, the library, and general man. Sir, he even wants us to stop. We don't even want people to read in this country no more. You want me to cut that in half, sir. That is what is under the Prime Minister's office, sir. When they turn the page again, sir, turning the page again, Barbados Tourism Investment Inc. So you know what them doing now, sir? The same geriatric hospital that he's talking about up there, them who building it on behalf of the people of this country, sir. He wants us to cut that in half.
Half a hospital.
Invest Barbados, sir. HIV prevention, Kensington Oval Management, Urban Development Commission, sir, as well as the Barbados Water Authority. So I don't know, sir, which of these things here, sir, that he would like us to cut. But I know, sir, I know that this government, sir, is committed to continue to do the good work on behalf of the people of this country. And therefore, if he wants it to cut in half, then the Democratic Labour Party will have to come, well, they're gone now. They will have to come to the people, sir, and say what it is that they want us to cut in half. And sir, I listened very carefully to the honourable member. Very carefully. Very carefully, sir. This matter, sir, of debt, and you see the matter of education that he spoke to, sir, because both, sir, are linked. And I can just share, sir, with you, because there's a lot of talk about debt in this country, and the honourable member chose to indicate to this chamber, and he had the gall, sir, and that's really what my grandmother would say, the gall to come in here and tell the Barbados Labour Party, sir, about don't touch education. Don't touch education, sir. You can imagine that. The Democratic Labour Party has the gall to come in this parliament, sir, and to give us, I don't know, a lecture about education, sir. Let me tell you about education, sir, because he spoke about with such fervor, passion, you name it, sir, as if to give the public the impression that we're doing something unholy in this Lenten season, sir. Unholy in this Lenten season. Everybody in Barbados knows that the Democratic Labour Party introduced tuition fees at the University of the West Indies, sir. Everybody knows that. And this government, sir, coming back to office, and we say to the people of this country, we will reintroduce it. Not because we were mad, sir, but we understood that what was required to build capacity in this country. But let me remind this chairman and the country to you, sir, what this all means. Because when he speaks about not being able to, you heard the Prime Minister say yesterday, the issue is skills in this country, and the needing to have the capacity to do things, sir. In 2013-14, sir, the enrollment at the university was 8,634, sir. 8,634. The numbers that they have here now, sir, say that the enrollment in 2023-24 is 6,004, sir. Now, hold on. Don't clap yet. Cumulatively, sir, and I'll call the numbers very quickly. 2014-15, 6,863. 2015-16, 6,065. 2016-17, 5,507. 2017-18, sir, 5,161. 2018-19, 5,563. 2019-20, 6,164. 2020-21, 6,668. 2021-22, 6,735, sir. Now, sir, cumulatively, you notice a drop. Cumulatively, sir, that is 26,261 people less. Cumulatively, sir. that would have gone to university since 2013-14. And the Democratic Party got to go to come here and tell the people of this country that don't touch education, sir. When these very graduates, sir, over 20,000, 25,000, had they had the opportunity, sir, because a lot of us in canvassing this country know a lot of people who had to either stop or couldn't go, had to borrow money to barely scrape it to make it through, sir. So we have a capacity problem because the Democratic Party, sir, in their wickedness, introduced fees in this country at a time, sir, when people were suffering. And they've made this country suffer even more. So we have no choice now, sir, as the population is getting older. You heard the Prime Minister yesterday speak to the demographics, sir. The population is getting older. And whilst we have reimposed the fees at the university by making it freely available at the point of access, we removed that, sorry. We are going to feel the impact of this, as we already started to feel it. But the reality is that this cumulative impact, sir, on the development of this country, we are going to feel it for a little while further until we can get these numbers back up very quickly, sir, to allow these very young people to start to take over. So when he spoke about people retiring early, well, if people retiring and there's nobody coming up through the ranks who had the opportunity to learn, sir, the country is going to have a problem. It's going to have a problem. 2018. So the honourable member and the Democratic Party needs to come again, sir, because the only way that this country, sir, is going to make it is if we continue to invest in our young people, sir, to make sure that they have the right opportunities, sir. And that is why we've taken every opportunity, sir, to retrain, retool, and to show young people, sir, that jobs are not just available here in the 166, but you can work virtually, and you can earn a living, sir. And therefore, when you hear us tell our young people, don't stay where you are, come, go on a training course, expose your mind, sir, expand your mind. That is what we now have to make sure that we redouble our efforts, sir, every single day to make sure that we do. So education reform, sir, is the most important reform that we will ever undertake to do for this country, sir. And you better believe it. Because if we do not get this right, this country, sir, is not going to be successful. It is not. And therefore, when we talk about debt now, sir, you imagine, sir, those 26,000 people, all working, sir, earning, I don't know, 50,000 a year. That would be an extra, almost $1 billion in GDP, sir. Helping to pay taxes, sir, in this country. So when we talk about double work, sir, the Barbados Labour Party has always had the misfortune, sir, the misfortune of having to do our work, sir, and their work at the same time. And it's almost like a self-fulfilling policy, sir, where, whilst we all respect, sir, democracy, and people will make their choices, I want to say to Bajans, elections have consequences, sir. They have consequences. And we've had 2 so far. And the consequences of those elections, sir, in the last 6 years, consequences have been that this country, this party, this government, we have been able to completely, sir, turn this economy around, COVID notwithstanding, sir, in order to ensure that Barbadians, sir, Barbadians can feel a sense of pride, not false pride or pretend pride, sir, real pride, to know that the government, sir, that we are all working on their behalf. And I want to make it clear, sir, that when it comes to this debt matter, we don't take it lightly, sir. Because I want to share something with you, sir, because there's a view out there expressed by the Honourable Member that the government somehow has an unsustainable debt situation. As if context does not matter, sir. No, sir. I asked the team to pull together some information for me because I know that it's important to share these things. Now, the debt was $18 billion, sir. And that $18 billion, sir, included, as I said, the $1.9 billion that the Democratic Labour Party refused to pay people who supply goods and services to the government. $250 million, sir. I repeat it again. That they refused to pay for public servants, sir. National insurance contribution for 3 years. The Democratic Labour Party did that, sir. They came in here to vote the money in this book here, look, one of these, and refused to pay $250 million for workers in this country, sir. Now, some are saying there are alternative views. I hear the Honourable Member indicated that he ain't supposed to suggest anything for what the government should do. But the very things that were presented as the alternative, sir, you would remember, was that this government, and I saw something in the paper today saying the IMF decision was a bad decision and this is next, the third. But you know what was the alternative that was being touted at the time, sir? That this, no, not devaluation, that was not the alternative. The alternative being posited at the time was that we was to send home 6,000 public servants, sir. That was the alternative that the Democratic Labour Party had, that they were pushing, sir. You can imagine 6,000 public servants going home. You can imagine that, sir? That is the alternative that they wanted us to do. But the Honourable Prime Minister and this cabinet, sir, and this government determined that that was not the road that we were going down. And therefore, we pull up the handbrake, sir, and made sure that we control what we were doing in relation to spending in order to make sure we focus on the things that mattered to people, sir, that mattered to people. And this government, sir, of which I am a part, I will defend this government's record, sir, from Crab Hill to Foul Bay, from Wharton, sir, to Waterhall Land, because the Democratic Labour Party, sir, has no credible voice to speak on any issue in this country, sir. No credible voice. And let me be clear, sir, about this debt thing. We reduced the debt, sir, and just before COVID, the debt to GDP was just under 120%, sir. A little north of just about 13 billion. And bear in mind, sir, we restructured the debt. We had no plans. We had no plans, sir, of issuing any instruments for the 4-year period because we had the program set, sir, to be able to run our surplus at 6%, to be able to deliver. People saw services return relatively quickly, and perhaps, sir, I feel, you know what I feel happens, sir? Is that we made this thing look too easy. We made this thing look too easy. So people start to feel as if, it seems to me as if people feel that it is easy. But COVID hit, sir. And in 2020-21, sir, we borrowed for COVID. Because you would remember, sir, the economy declined by about $2 billion. The government's revenues declined by $600 million in 2020, sir. But I know if the Democratic Labour Party faced that situation, what they would do. Because they don't want to say 6,000 before COVID. So imagine if you lost $600 million in revenue, what they would do? They wouldn't be in a public service now. So when the honourable member is concerned about early retirement or all these things, as if he's parading, as if he cares, sir, we had to make sure that we kept this country stable. And we were able to access, sir, in that year, and it's fortuitous that the honourable member for St. Michael South Central is sitting next to me again. But because, and I say that, sir, because the credibility of government's program up until that point meant that we were able to, in quick time, sir, to turn around 2 COVID loans very quickly. One from the Inter-American Development Bank, sir, 240 million, and one from CAF, sir, 200 million. At the very time, sir, that we needed it. But you know why it was done so quickly, sir? Not just because it was COVID, but because Barbados' record, sir, this government's record of being able to turn around this economy allowed us to be able to access those resources, sir, in quick time. In 2021-22, sir, it was still COVID. We had $82 million that was borrowed for COVID, sir. In 22-23, 190 million. So that the debt as it stands now, sir, and we had in 23-24 some reimbursements from the EIB, sir, $20 million. The stock of debt today, sir, includes $932 million that was exclusively, sorry, 932 for COVID, but if I include the World Bank loan that came at the back end when after, you remember, sir, when we had the ash, we had the freak storm, we had Hurricane Elsa, sir. We went and we negotiated with the World Bank, sir, to get some relief because in that short space of time, sir, you remember, sir, I have never seen money go to the Treasury so quickly. So quickly, sir. Because the government had to respond. The government had to respond, sir. And that was in the middle of COVID still, sir. In the middle of COVID. But I feel, sir, we make it look too easy. We make it look too easy. So the debt stock includes 1.1 billion now. For those things, not that the government wanted those things to happen, sir. We had to borrow because the circumstances dictated that we had to borrow in order to make sure that even for some of the same workers that the honourable member was speaking about, that $42 million a year that we spent, sir, was to help pay some of them, sir. To keep Barbados alive, sir. So if COVID did not happen, sir, I don't know what they'd be talking about that because it'd be under 100% by now. I know that. I know that. But this government, sir, will continue to grow this economy because as the Prime Minister said, and I know that they like to talk about the fatted calf and those kinds of things, but when they like to talk about fatted calf, but they don't feed it, they don't get in the water, all they want to do, sir, is take from it. And I say to the people of this country, they have to be very careful who they listen to, sir, who they listen to, because the honourable member read out in here an article from the FT. But you know what the article for the FT didn't say, sir? Financial Times? You know what the article in the FT didn't say? That the Greek debt restructuring was so disastrous. So disastrous, sir, that people were protesting in the streets of Athens, sir, for months. For months, sir. For months. We restructured our debt, sir, in 4 months. The domestic. In 4 months. I ain't seen nobody in the street, sir. Because you know why? You know why nobody was in the street, sir? Everybody except the Democratic Labour Party. Everybody except the Democratic Labour Party did not saw this thing coming, and they did nothing, sir. They did nothing. And the idea that this government did anything wrong or nefarious or we hid in the night and did not explain to people what was happening. And the truth is, sir, a lot was happening at the time. A lot. But we made the decision, sir, to selectively default in order to rescue this country, sir, from what effectively, sir, and I will make this point in this way. You remember, sir, when we restructured the debt, we included natural disaster clauses. You remember that debate, sir? Regrettably, sir, and I know we did an amendment last year, November, I think it was, sir, when we did the debt clause, where we included the pandemics as well, sir. But the reality is, sir, that those pause clauses now, sir, only refer to hurricanes, sir. They refer to earthquakes. And of course, the pandemic is the pandemic. But in my mind, sir, I want to say to this country that those clauses do not, sir, do not include any provision for what is the biggest natural disaster this country has ever experienced, sir, which is the Democratic Labour Party, sir. They do not. And it is a disaster nevertheless. They do not, sir. And my sense of what I listened to this evening, sir, did not give me any confidence, sir, that they even appreciate the gravity of the situation that this country is in, given all that's happening globally. And whilst they believe, sir, oh, the economy is growing. Yes, of course the economy is growing. And they have to pick at every little thing, sir, because they do not know what growing an economy looks like. Every time the Democratic Labour Party came to this chamber, sir, to do a budget, every time, the people in this country were left asking what else they can tax. When the Honourable Prime Minister said yesterday that there were no new taxes, if you could see the disappointment, sir, on the Honourable Member for Christchurch South, the disappointment in his face, sir. As if, sir, they do not understand what it takes to ensure that public policy is fitting for the time. And I want to say, sir, that I support the budget, obviously. I mean, my contribution here, sir, is one that it is, I feel as if this country, sir, needs an awakening. It really does. And I think I genuinely want to thank the Honourable Member for crossing the floor. I really do. Because in 6 years, sir, I never had a policy discussion with him. He never raised anything. I don't know if the Honourable Member for St. Michael South Central, he ever raised anything with you. I don't know if the Honourable Prime Minister, he had any conversation with you or anything about any policy or anything in this country. But having taken the decision that he's taken, sir, has made me reflect very carefully that whilst the work that we have been doing, sir, is indeed to benefit ordinary Barbadians, I believe, sir, that my job now, our jobs in here, is to continue to tell the story as to what this government has done in the interest of the people of Barbados, sir. And in telling that story, sir, is not about, at least not in my mind, because I know that when we are building the dorms for the young people, sir, it's going to give those young people an opportunity. The young people that, because of the nature of the education system, that those young people who go into youth advanced corps are the young people that all of us campaign and we support with, sir. And therefore we determined as a government that we were going to ensure that those young people don't fall through any crack in Barbados. And therefore, if the Honourable Member believes that building the dorms for the youth advanced corps is something to be, I don't know, that is not worthy of what the Democratic Labour Party regards as capital there are two things, sir. It's not just the physical capital works of building the dorms to them. It is the human capital that we are investing in, sir, to make sure that them young people can move this country forward, sir. So whilst it may not be millions and millions of dollars that he's talking about, it is that human capital, the very people, sir, in the families. As a matter of fact, you know, sir, it is some of those children of some of the same people from the ASH team that was from Christchurch Central, and they know some of the same children from yours, sir, and everybody's in this chamber, to ensure that we can break the cycle of poverty, sir, within communities in this country, because if we give those young people the chance that they deserve, then we will change the trajectory of this country, sir. So that is the kind of capital investment that this Barbados Labour Party is interested in. I can go through chapter and verse, sir, of the contracts that White Oak, sir, renegotiated on behalf of the people of Barbados. And in some instances, sir, the truth is, I think I've said this already in this house, sir. Almost every contract that was renegotiated as part of the debt restructuring, because it wasn't only just the debt, sir. It was not just the debt. It was the other liabilities that the Democratic Labour Party had put on the backs of the people of this country. But I remember this particular one, sir. It was the one at sanitation. The sanitation building. Don't make walk closer. The negotiation didn't even last particularly long, sir. Particularly long. 45 or $46 million, I think, was the contract price at the time, sir. And in no time, contract price cut in half. In half, sir. Now, if that is not corruption, sir, I don't know what corruption is. In no time. And why? Because we went in, sir, and we said to those people, this can't work. And we've done that, sir, consistently. And you heard the Prime Minister yesterday speak to the, to the ones at the Water Authority. Madness. And therefore, we continue, sir, to work to make sure that we protect the interests of Barbadians, and that the improvement in public services, sir, which I know Barbadians see, you know, and we, sir, you know, people will meet you in the supermarket, sir, when you walk around the constituency and all of that, sir. And people tell you, do what you're doing. Don't mind them. Do what you're doing. Don't mind them. Now, sir, I don't take any of this lightly, because the effort that this government has put in, the efforts that the public servants, sir, have put in, is something, sir, that is worthy of what Barbados means to me, sir. And I will not, sir, in any way, shirk from the task of giving to account what this government is spending money on. I will not. So if the honourable member wants to ask his questions, I only hope, sir, that when he gets the answers, the truth, as he says, the truth, that he appreciates, sir, that there's fact, sir, and there's fiction. Because I realize, sir, that everything that comes out, well, everything that he said, appears to be stuff that is circulated online, sir, in a space that it really does not drive any productivity, sir, for this country. And it is designed, sir, as we've seen now happening globally, it is designed,
has 2 more minutes.
It is designed to ensure that you can distract people, sir. And therefore, I want to say to the people of this country, sir, that we will continue to stay the course. We, sir, came to the public. We explained first what the mission-critical agenda was, sir, and we executed. We said we needed to stabilize, sir, and we stabilized. We are saying to the country now, sir, that we have to dust off ourselves. And sir, let me end by saying that the reason I'm wearing this tie today, because you know I don't normally wear this tie so early in the year.
I think we lead in Honourable Member. I think so.
So I say that because a few years ago, sir, a few years ago, I said to the court, sir, that we are not there to make up numbers, sir. And as I end my presentation, sir, I want to say to all Barbadians, Barbados, when we turn up, sir, we ain't turning up to make up numbers, sir. We turning up to lead. We turning up to work. And as God is my witness, sir, as God is my witness, our mission, this country's collective mission, sir, is to ensure that we get up every day, sir. Whether you're a public servant, ask yourself what it is that I do today to make sure that tomorrow, sir, somebody can help the business grow. If you're in the private sector, sir, what are you doing to improve your circumstances, get in the right relationship, sir, access to the right type of financing, and working collaboratively, sir, with government and with the private sector, sir, to make sure that we can make things happen. Because the only way, sir, that we're going to grow this economy and do it quickly is if the government, working collaboratively with the private sector, that we are doing that hand in hand, sir, and ensuring that the young people and everybody in this country, sir, that they can participate, invest in our future, sir. And therefore, this mission that this Barbados Party is on, sir, is a mission not just to rescue this country. It is a mission, sir, that is designed to inspire confidence and to allow every single boy and girl in this country to know that they have a path to success and that this government is laying out a very clear strategy across all of our ministries, across all of our policies to ensure, sir, that the people of this country, that they can not just support themselves and their families, but they can create wealth that they can transfer, sir, from one generation to the next. And therefore, that, sir, has to be our mission over the next 2 to 3 years to make sure that the recovery takes root, but also, sir, to ensure that we are able to hand over to the next generation, sir, a Barbados that we can all be proud of. And Mr. Speaker, with those few words, sir, I would like to yield.
Honourable Leader, Government Business.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I beg to move the suspension of the House until 9:30 p.m.
No, 9:15.
Sorry, 9:15. 9:15.
The question is that this honourable chamber be suspended until 9:15 p.m. All those honourable members in favour, please say aye. Those against, please say no. Me think the ayes have it. This honourable chamber stands suspended until 9:15 p.m.